So by now you probably know, since you clicked on this video, that Olight, which obviously makes flashlights, is now making knives, and they come out with several O-knives as the case may be. And this is one of them. This is the Olight Oknife Parrot. And the knives are outsourced. They're made by another couple of different manufacturers, I think. And there are some nice knives. We're gonna take a look at this one. This is the Parrot, like I said, kind of standard Olight packaging with the picture of the, in this case, knife on the front and on the back, kind of information on the knife, things like that. And then opening it, just push this out. On the inside here, you lift up this little kind of cover. And on the inside there, it comes in a nice little knife pouch. You take this out and you open this up. And inside here is the knife. The pouch is a little big for the knife. I mean, that's okay. There's the size of the pouch compared to the knife. And then also on the inside of the pouch here, right over here, there's a little pocket. And that little pocket has a challenge coin in it. Olight is starting to include these sorts of things with some of their lights and knives now. It does have some nice detail to it. You can see the Oknife logo there on that side. I don't know if it's called front or back. And then on the back there is a O Parrot with the Oknife, because this is the Parrot knife. And again, you can see it's a nice detail to it. It's a pretty weighty, I don't know if this is like real copper or copper plated, but I will say it is a pretty hefty coin. So it's a nice thing there. Some people like these, kind of a collector's item sometimes. You can stick that with your stuff. And in the bottom of the box here, there is one other thing. You can lift this out, and right in here there is, this pulls out a cleaning cloth and some O instructions for the Oknife. Has some specs and things like that on there. There's a cleaning cloth with the Oknife logo on it. There were some people that complained that the blade came a little oily out of the box. Yeah, mine did too, but not a big deal. You just wipe it off and it's fine. This is the Oknife, the Parrot by Olight, and this one comes in two different options. It comes with either a black blade with micarta scales or a satin finished blade with a gray G10 scale. Price on it is $75. Sometimes you can find a little bit cheaper on some flash sales. The blade steel is 154 cm. It has this kind of sheepsfoot blade. It's, I'd say, a bit of a unique, kind of almost odd looking blade, kind of like a parrot beak, I guess. Maybe a little bit, maybe that's why it's called the Parrot. But it's a different shaped blade than other knives that I have. The micarta handles, they are very nice looking, kind of a, you know, linen-y denim type feel to the micarta. Has the screws here, I think they are all T8 screws. On the other side, the pocket clip is only tip up right-handed. You can see it's not reversible, only right there. There's a decent amount of space under that pocket clip, so that it should be not a big deal getting it in and out of your pocket. And it is a pretty deep carry pocket clip, you can see, so once you get it in your pocket, it's gonna be well hidden down in there. If you want to disassemble the knife, you do need to take the pocket clip off because one of the screws here is up under the pocket clip. This knife has a front flipper design, so the flipper is up here. I'm really, honestly, not a fan of that. It's really a kind of too short of a knife to have a regular style flipper, but this front flip, I'm not crazy about it. It's a little challenging to open if you're not used to them. You can, but I'm just not fond of it. Some people will put their thumb here and open it this way. Also not fond of that. I think the way I would probably most open this is that you can just put a little pressure right there on the blade and it just goes open super easy that way. I think that's really the best way to open this for me. It goes open nice and easy that way. Again, just not a fan of that kind of front flipper. There is some jimping there on the edge of that goes down into here. And when it's open, that jimping here goes right down to a bit of a thumb ramp, just a very slight ramp up there. So that'll give you a little bit of extra grip there. It is a liner lock, and you can see that the lockup on it is pretty decent. There's a little bit of jimping on the thumb side of the liner lock. That way when you go to close it, which is very easy to do, you can get in there and close it. I've seen some people talk about how loose or stiff the blade is. You can see mine. Some people's it just flops shut. Mine is not really doing that. I mean, it closes nice and easy, but some people's you get it to here and it just kind of closes. It just depends. You can tighten or loosen the pivot screw, obviously. It is on the inside. It is on some ball bearing washers that is going to help with the flipping, but again, I'm just not thrilled with that flipping. There's the blade. You can see 154 cm blade there, the Oknife logo there, and on the other side, the Parrot. And then you can see Gage there, who I forget if is the designer or the manufacturer. I think it was designed by someone and made by someone else. In your hand, it's obviously a pretty compact knife. You can get most of 3 and a little bit of the 4th finger on there. You can hold it here. You can get your finger down up into this. There's a little bit of a finger choil right there. I really don't like holding knives this way because I'm always afraid my finger is going to slide up onto the blade. This blade did come really sharp, especially compared to Benchmade's. My Benchmade's typically do not come sharp. Spyderco's always come sharp, and I would say this is Spyderco sharp. Very sharp out of the box. The blade length is 2.6 inches, the overall length 6.3 inches, and depending on which model you get, it weighs in at either 3.3 or 3.6 ounces, which seems about right for this size knife. My overall thoughts on this knife: it's a really nice looking knife with the micarta scales. They feel really nice. It's a nice handle material. The G10 would also be nice. The 154 cm blade is a nice blade. I am not fond of that front flipper though, as you can see, my frustration with it. Really don't care for front flippers. I would just prefer that maybe this had some thumb studs here that you could get it, but you really don't need thumb studs because it opens very easy. The blade is very stout. You get some really good cutting out of it. It's very strong, beefy blade as far as that goes. So it's really a pretty nice knife overall. Just not gonna use that front flipper thing. But really that's about it. The Olight Oknife Parrot, links down below. You can check one out.